Hello and welcome to the Magnetic Fluid Show. I'm your host, Avery Ash. Today we will be talking about ferrofluids and how to make them. A ferrofluid is a fluid with a suspension of magnetic particles, specifically iron. That's why it's called a ferrofluid. They contain tiny nanoscale particles of the iron, and they are individually covered in a surfactant. And in this experiment, I attempted to show how these magnetic particles are attracted to the charge of a magnet. I was not successful in my attempt at making a ferro liquid. The instruction video didn't specify what kind of liquid toner to use, but from what I've read online after the fact, it seems that it only works with machine-readable type toner, so I have the wrong toner. This plate here has a clumpy slop that I'm worried I'm going to spill, and it is not at all affected by my magnet. But I digress. Ferromagnetism is the form of magnetism that everyone is familiar with. It is the strongest type, and it only attracts certain substances, most notably iron, as well as cobalt, nickel, and some compounds of rare earth metals. Ferromagnetism is a purely quantum mechanical effect, and it arises due to two effects from quantum mechanics, spin and the Pauli exclusion principle. Electrons behave like tiny magnets due to their spin, and this is what draws molecules together. Since electron shells like to be filled, magnetism occurs to draw the electrons together and to fill in those shells. Electrons sharing an orbit is a result of the quantum effect called the exchange interaction. And the exchange interaction is related to the Pauli exclusion principle, which says that two electrons with the same spin cannot be in the same orbital. Ferrofluids specifically were developed by NASA in the 60s when they were trying to find a way to get fuel to be drawn into the fuel pump when there was zero gravity. Scientists were able to create liquid fuel that was attracted to magnets, and then they put a man on the moon. So there's our lesson on ferrofluids today. Thank you for watching the Magnetic Fluid Show. I'm your host, Avery Ash, and remember, do not like or subscribe because episode 2 is dropping never.